Namaste guys, Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Saturday evening here in Denver, Colorado at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. We're finishing off the day of our daily dose of light, love, and power with our focus on power or will. And so many different directions, so many topics to go in, so many reminders. For those of you who have not been watching these streams every day for the past 2 weeks, I'm sure you've missed some things. Jessica, namaste. I like the, this is an interesting one to look at. So one of the power aspects that we can focus on from the soul is courage. And you have physical courage, right? Which is you have fear, you have resistance, you awaken the courage within you to move forward in spite of fear, to move forward in spite of the resistance, and to get the job done. And then on a spiritual level, it's actually very interesting how I know people who used to be able to see clairvoyantly or see energy as a child, or people who could do miraculous healings as a child or as a young adult, and then when they were exposed to things in the energy world, they saw things that made them uncomfortable or fearful, they felt things that made them uncomfortable or fearful. Join up and namaste. And they stopped their practices. They stopped healing, they stopped looking clairvoyantly, they stopped doing their meditation practices because the things that they experienced in the inner world became too scary, right? So you might think, well, courage must have to only do with the physical world, right? Courage of asking a person out, courage of starting a business, courage of filing bankruptcy, courage of getting in a fight with somebody, protecting somebody, right? We have this perception that courage is only connected to the physical world, when in fact, courage can be applied to the physical world and to the energy world. Because again, in order for you to advance spiritually, you are going to have to face certain demons within you, certain weaknesses and blind spots and not so pleasant, fun, warm energies. So there's a saying or a level of initiation on the spiritual path called the guardian at the threshold. And I believe, what's his name? Carl Jung talked about this. And basically as we progress and progress and progress and progress and progress, there comes a point of no return to the old way of living, the old way of being. And we have to cross the guardian at the threshold. And the guardian is the one who is standing at the threshold, challenging us of our fears, our insecurities, our negative pride, our doubts, etc. And we have to pass through the guardian to go to the next level of initiation. And what happens with a lot of souls in that process is they come up against their weaknesses, their blind spots, their fears, and they retreat. They go back. They don't go to the next level. They don't pursue. They don't push because they lack the courage. For those who have the courage, they pass through. Billy, I'm going to say, they pass through the guardian at the threshold. They overcome. So great spiritual teachers have practiced lifetimes of courage in the physical world and lifetimes of courage in the inner world or energy world in order to become who they are, right? As one of the masters in pranic healing says, you do not become a saint by accident. And that means you have to systematically and methodically overcome things all the time to become great. So you can look it up, type in guardian at the threshold within Google to get a more detailed explanation. I'm giving you the simple description of it. But we all have to face our demons at some point. Whether in this lifetime or in 10 more lifetimes, we're all going to have to face them. And it's interesting, Grandmaster Cho Koksui, in his book, The Origins of Modern Pranic Healing or Hatha Yoga, he says the disciple will see things in the energy world and become afraid. But the best strategy is to understand that these things are hollow and to run at them. Nicole, up and namaste. And to run at them, energetically speaking. So when you have a fear of inadequacy, when you have a fear of not being good enough, when you have a fear of failure, when you have a fear of success, when you have whatever these fears are preventing you from going to the next level, self-sabotage, you be still, you have understanding that this thing is not real, this thing is not of the soul, and I must embody courage to move forward. Have you ever noticed throughout human history, men and women of courage have inspired millions? Men and women of courage have inspired millions. Even if the person is wrong, even if the person is burned at the stake or killed on the battlefield or crucified, we honor and admire the courage within another person because it's something we all realize and recognize we have to awaken in ourselves to move forward. Right? Does it make sense? So I hope that helps. I have some comments here. Oop, that was it. Jessica says, I'm guilty of shutting stuff out or on several occasions. It hurts to heal or to know things sometimes. Yeah. So that's kind of part of what we're talking about. Recognizing that what you fear is not true. What you fear is not of the soul. Right? So you just keep moving forward. I hope that helps. That's our topic for today on the will or power aspect of the soul, courage. Embodying courage, practicing courage, living in a space of courage. And your life will never be the same. That's the interesting thing. Each and every one of us can change our entire life every single day. We can change our relationships. We can change our finances. We can change our health. Every single day of our lives. And it requires courage and power to do that. Make sense? Perfect. So, if I can help you with your courage or another aspect of the soul, feel free to reach out to me directly at ChristianRLong.com. It's my name, ChristianRLong.com. And fill out the consultation form. We spend 30 minutes talking with each other to get clarity as to why you're stuck. We give some strategies and suggestions to move you forward and unstick you. And then if you choose to work with me, then we do 30 minutes of coaching, 30 minutes of healing, 30 minutes of coaching, 30 minutes of healing, 30 minutes of coaching, 30 minutes of healing over a period of time. Not overnight, but over time your life will be transformed. Joanna says, thank you. You have a fantastic evening. We'll love you. Abba Namaste. And yes, we can. Yes, we can. Absolutely. Adele, Abba Namaste. Love you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hope you had a great weekend. And I will catch you tomorrow at 8 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time for another daily dose of light, love, and power. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant. Atma Namaste. Bye-bye.